So this is the KUU XBOOK. It is a very light laptop. It's about 1.3 kilos. So inside we have a power adapter, very light, very small. It does have an Asian type of plug, but there is also the adapter there to convert it to British plug, so no complaint on that. And this is the machine itself. So already the presentation is pretty good, and it's also all cardboard, which is nice, a bit more environmentally friendly, apart from, of course, the foam to try to protect it. Well, warranty card. This has a 1-year warranty on it. Some instructions, okay, in several languages, and also some stickers for the keyboard in case you want to convert it to a different language. I assume that will be American keyboard. We have several languages as a sort of a startup system. I like the look of it already. Let's go through a few things. So we have a mini HDMI here. Love it. So this is a USB, which is nice tucked away. It's a USB Type 3, which can be expanded when you need to connect it, but in the meantime it keeps a nice line for the laptop. That's the connection for the charger, and on the other side again another USB, same scenario. So this is a very nice feature, a TF card and an headphone jack. Here we have the 512 gigabyte SSD. This machine comes with either a 256 or a 512. I went directly for the 512, a bit of extra space, and actually the value of it was also pretty good. If you want to replace it, it's just one little screw, and then you can change it for whatever you want. I don't know if you can see it, guys, but the chassis seems to be pretty solid. So there is barely any flex in the keyboard as well. Same with the monitor. It's not bad at all, actually. Considering how light it is, there is a minimum flex, but the chassis does seem pretty good anyway. So first impression, already very good. And again, once it's closed, well, personally I think it looks pretty stylish, and again feels very light. It's 1.313, so it's 1.3 kilo exactly. I will put also the charger and adapter on it, just because most people will carry that with them as well. So with that included, it comes to 1.440. So it's 1.4 kilos. It's not even 1.5 kilos with everything included. Couple of observations while we have the machine upside down. So we have stereo speakers there. And the machine is, as you can see, is very well balanced. Putting my finger right in the middle without trying to drop it, but you can see that it's actually very well balanced. The body is hard plastic, so as much as it does look like a metal chassis, it is a plastic covering and bottom and cover, but it feels very good. It looks very nice as well, and as I said, there is a pretty good stiffness all throughout. So I've been using this machine for a couple of weeks now, and just to summarize a few things that I really like and potentially I don't like of the computer. To begin with, I mentioned before, when you open the computer, it slightly tilts the keyboard, which I really like. It does put it in a more ergonomic way. The keyboard is fantastic. I want to show you also how quickly the computer starts anyway. The keyboard is very good. All the keys are traveling a perfect amount to give you a bit of a tactile feeling, and it's good. Computer is on already. I changed the language also, nice and easy to do. All the keys are very well balanced, even something like the spacebar, as you can see, even if I press it on the side, it does keep a very good balance on it. Let me just put my password in. There we go. The monitor, very nice, very bright, as you can see, even with quite a strong lighting at the moment on, works very well. Going back to the keyboard also, one feature that I really like is, at the moment it's quite bright, but as you can see there are a couple of different settings to turn on a light on it as well, so it's quite handy during the night time. And also the separation between the keys is very good, so it makes typing very comfortable without struggling potentially to type click two keys at the same time. Trackpad. Ideally I would have liked it slightly taller. Potentially they could have put the keyboard slightly higher up and then make the trackpad taller. However, it works incredibly well. It is very smooth, it is very responsive. Of course, you have multiple touch system as well that you can select. It also fits very well the screen because as you can see, size-wise they are pretty much similar things, so even the movement are precise for the type of screen as well. The feel is very good. It's not glass by all means. Let's keep in mind, and this is a 300 pounds machine or even cheaper, but yeah, works incredibly well. The machine, as I said, is very fast. Even considering the price, everything is very responsive. You saw how quickly it turned on earlier on. I'm now going to open Office, which is quite a heavy program, as you know, but everything works very well. There we go. So the speakers are also very good. So let's maybe open Google. We'll open a video. I'll even try to open a 4K video. So we'll check and we'll push really the quality of the processor and the screen. So you will see then it plays it fine with no problem at all. Of course, the screen is not 4K, but it is able anyway to there we go, to push through such a heavy stop this. Such an heavily graphical program with no problem at all. Let's keep the ad. There we go. And let's put the volume up as well. Now, of course, it's going to rely on my internet connection, which is not the fastest. So this is not actually the computer. This is actually my internet connection that is struggling a bit. But as you can see, the quality of the picture is fantastic. And you can probably hear the speakers as well. The speakers are underneath. Stereo speakers. We'll put some music on in a second just to test those a bit better. But yeah, the quality of the screen is absolutely superb. And so here is just to test the quality of the music. I put the speakers at maximum volume. As you can probably hear, I'm shouting at the moment. So they are pretty decent overall for the size and the price of the machine. As you can hear, they are quite well balanced. Just a little awkward thing that I noticed, and it might trigger some people, it did me originally. I changed the language to the system all in Italian, so, and you can change it to whichever language you want to. It works very well, not a problem at all. However, one awkward thing is that when you go onto the speaker, you have some Chinese characters there, and I actually put rename on it in purpose to show that it's possible to change it. But that is not actually mentioned in the speaker. For what I can understand, that is potentially the brand of the sound card. So that is something that will always, in one way or another, come out. But to kind of rename the whole system, let's call it speakers, just go onto the icon of the speaker over there, right bottom of the mouse. Unfortunately, I did change it in Italian, but it is the same thing with regards of doing it in English as well. Options there you go, and then just put whatever you want on it. Once you rename it, now you will have it as speakers coming out there you go. Of course, if you press the right button of the mouse, if you press the left button of the mouse, comes up as speakers, and then you still have that character that unfortunately cannot be removed. But yeah, doing this anyway, it does allow you to change the speaker part, and it's the same with regards to the input. You do exactly the same thing. And those are the only two things that I noticed then for some reason have some Chinese characters. So this is the microphone, which I assume is because it's the brand of the parts itself. Another great thing is that this machine is actually reasonably powerful on the graphic part of it. So, okay, you cannot play AAA games, but you can play some games that are reasonably graphically demanding, and it plays very well. finally, on the negative parts, and believe me, I don't think there are many. I really like the machine. One thing that is dreadful, and in fairness is dreadful on all the machine of this price, is the camera. I'm not even going to bother opening it. Believe me, it is a bit rubbish. Again, I don't particularly mind. I actually prefer that if they want to skimp on something, they skimp on that, just because it's very easy to purchase a cheap and cheerful camera. You can find one for about 15 quid onwards, and they always do a far better job than those internal cameras do. Apart from that, you know, it is a fantastic little machine. I really like the possibility of upgrading the SSD if you want to. I mean, I went for a 512, so I really don't think I will ever need that. As you can see, it's very thin. The HDMI is a mini HDMI, so if you want to use a normal cable, you might need a little dongle, a little conversion, but I understand why they went for it, because after all, it's so small, then even a full USB cannot be fitted onto the chassis. But this system is quite an ingenious one. And again, as I said before, 2 USB Type 3 on both sides. So guys, I hope you like this review of this KUU machine. Personally, as I said, I find it a very nice little bargain. If you like the review, thumbs up would be amazing. If you don't like my charming Italian accent, you know what to do. And subscribe, it will really help me. Thanks a lot, have a lovely Sunday, and see you soon. Bye!